CalazCon is a show about war, obsession, colonialist occupation, and the many forms of violence those inflict. See the description for content warnings specific to this episode.
It is about to get so much weirder, and I'm sorry, but do you ask for a distraction?
Like I said, I talked to Blue. I wanted to say that we know that you're capable of great things, and while I was a little disheartened to read the report from last mission,
I'll do you proud.
Unfortunately, it's not me that is the final arbiter on giving you all the time that you need to see your potential through, so...
What if we did like a mock battle between like us?
So, I'm in a truck with my rival. There are large guns pointed at me. I'm gonna declare a shotgun real quick.
You gonna shoot her?
I'm gonna shoot her.
All right.
Point blank.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
Go ahead. Roll a hit.
Will you accept this as a finesse roll, handling an object with agility?
So are you saying you don't want to kill her?
Lethal.
My thing is basically trying to use the element of surprise is essentially like what I'm trying to do, of like she clearly thinks she has the upper hand, and I'm trying to just like act with such speed whilst simultaneously like flooring the
vehicle.
The
Gotcha.
vehicle.
Okay.
Like it's like a twofer of like try and shoot her out of the truck whilst also like driving the truck forward as fast as I
let me
can.
understand. You want to get her out of the truck.
Yeah.
And that's a higher priority than her being hurt. Okay.
Yeah, I think
then this
so.
is finesse.
I'll say a shotgun will do it.
Yeah, it's like trying to use... from a metagame perspective, I understand that I cannot kill a rival with a gun. So I'm hoping the force alone is just enough to like get her out of the truck.
Can I help?
Please help. Please help me. Please, I'm so bad at this.
I'm trying to think of like what held her left in the truck that is helpful here.
Yes. What did you leave on the seat?
What if you stole some of, like, Tansy's spray-on hair dye from her room during the sleepover? Just to fuck with her.
The problem is that this is a pretty, like, solid, cohesive motion of flooring it on the truck while shooting a shotgun.
Yeah.
Right, I think it's something that's, like, distracting, right? Like... It's like an alarm. It's like Helter's watch or whatever, right? Like Helter's watch is in the backseat, and it like goes off and like the alarm makes a noise, and she's like distracted in that moment.
Good. I like it.
Giving you a chance to pull the trigger. Cool.
Helter's
like weird, like I don't know what kind of watch Helter would have. Just like some sort of weird watch. I gotta Google weird watches.
Or device. You work at some weird device in the backseat the whole trip.
Yeah, it's just like an alarm or something goes off on it, right? Like where it's just like,
oh yeah.
Oh, Helter left something weird in the car, and now it's making noise.
You got a collateral dice for me?
You can have another die, but I mean, I want to cut your tires. That's what I want to do.
Like I'm gonna go over something?
There are people outside who want to slow you down from getting in the way.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I take an extra dice. Oh, we're just in it today. I'm also gonna push myself as well for another 2 stress. Because then that's 4D total.
Let's make this a standard desperate action. And actually, they're gonna cut your tires on a 5 or less. Roll a 6, you get what you want. You got 4 dice. You could do it. I believe in you.
Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, in that case, we're gonna do this. It's a desperate roll.
Uh-huh.
It's great effect, and I have 3 dice instead. I'm going to trade one of those for position for effect rather than...
Do it.
Wish me luck, everyone. There's a 6. Get the
Boom.
fuck out of my truck.
Hey!
And 2
And
ones.
2 ones.
You see her face go from smug to oh shit as she flies out of the door that wasn't closed. And the truck lurches forward as people jump from the crowd. Do you remember seeing in the Vermin? They have long knives and they're trying to chop at your tires. But your tires are very meaty and meant to go over some like really rough terrain. And so the couple that hit you, like they don't get grip. Where are you going?
Forward is right now the only thing that matters.
No, you rolled a 6. You get great effect. Where are you
I'm
going?
gonna head towards the building that we're going to, because the other thing is I know that there's artillery potentially trained on me, and I'm like, great, that's more shit I can use to blow up this building. So I'm also heading to the fight that everyone else is about to go to. Yeah,
You're
fuck
going
yeah,
to
let's
the
go.
fight.
It's the Farm Upstate, baby.
Okay.
Let's do some stupid shit.
I'm giving you the stuff you want. I'm also giving you 1 tick on the distraction clock. Okay? This is a 6-tick clock. And when we get to fill that clock, you guys are done. The Vermin will leave. The Hive will melt into the crowd. You guys are free to go successfully. Where you want to go?
Is there a clock for destroying the building?
There is a clock for destroying the building. It is also a 6-tick clock. There is a 4-tick clock for your fails to bring the CalazCon forces. Calazar forces.
As I'm rocketing away, also hand out the window, flipping off the Vermin as I screech out of there. Don't fuck with my truck. There's a sacred bond between bureaucrat and their car.
You see one of the Vermin who was trying to cut your tires flips back his hood, and it is the very handsome Rat King. He says, "Let him go."
This is where we discover that my air horn goes as I pull away.
So, I'm going to ask you how you're circumventing the crowd, but first, Worm and Helter, what's going on?
I had a bit of an idea, but it depends on something.
Okay.
How far are they into unloading this museum?
They are a 6-tick clock.
Okay, great. Can I do a flashback?
Sure. That's why we're here.
Excellent. When Worm started to get suspicious earlier, and they found out that the Vermin was there, I think Worm may have deduced to some capacity what was going on. And this entire time, she hasn't been actually in the Inter Alia, and instead uploaded herself into the security system of the museum, and I've been using my fine remote vehicle control on my gear slot to control it remotely, and I lock the fucking museum down.
Oh, Worm, I love you so much.
I love that.
Shit.
I think we get to do a flashback roll, right?
Yes.
So, I think this is at least a 1 stress. Yeah. I just want to know, like, this is going to determine, like, where they are in doing the thing, and how like, you know, how they respond. This is another engagement.
Yeah. That makes sense.
So I see 1 die.
1 die?
We're going to make a prowl roll,
And that is 1 die, baby.
and you got a 5.
That's a 5.
You lock down the building. The building is very defensible. It has armored gates that cover the glass, and some of the Vermin end up inside, and some of the Vermin end up outside. They get some of the stuff out. We're going to move the tick from the clock that they had, and I'm going to see what your peers do to figure out them working on getting in.
We cut to the inside, like the Inter Alia, and then there's like the digital space inside of it, and then it just like zooms, of like where I was in the call before, and then it like zooms out, and I'm actually on the monitor in the museum, and then I just snap my fingers, and the security system locks the fuck down.
What are you doing, Helter?
I want to throw someone at the building.
Which building?
The building we're supposed to destroy.
Okay. Who are you throwing?
And by someone, I mean Tansy or
All right. Who are you throwing?
I don't know. Who wants to be thrown? I guess, who's closer?
Probably me, because I flew towards you and then I fell.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw Tansy.
That makes sense.
Are you going to resist Tansy?
Yes, I think I am. But not until I'm midair.
Okay. Let me put this in another way. How I see this framed, correct me if I'm wrong, is either we're going to roll to see if Helter can throw you, or we're going to roll to see if you hit the building and do damage.
Yeah. So I would like to resist hitting the building and doing damage to it.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, so I think this is probably manipulate. I just like as Tansy is flying by. I mean, I think we're both large mechs,
I think
but
you're
I
bigger.
feel like in my head the Nosmet is just huge.
Yeah. No, I've fallen. I've fallen to the ground.
Yeah.
So I'm prone. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So let's see how the throw goes. So this is PvP. Hold on.
Can I ask, sorry, I don't fully understand, why does Tansy not want to destroy the building?
Because it's part of CalazCon.
Oh, fuck. Okay, yeah.
Unfortunately, Tansy is still Tansy.
Oh, shit.
And because she's been blinded by her anger in this moment also. She has beef with the Jovangelians, and she's just not thinking about anything else. She forgot what the mission is. She does not know why she's here. She's just here to fight now.
Helter is mainly just trying to put on a show, so I don't know if this is PvP, because I don't think Helter is going to expect Tansy to not hit the building, but I don't think Helter is going to, be trying to force Tansy
Right,
to hit
and
the
Tansy
building.
doesn't know that that's where she's getting thrown until she's in the air. That's, what I'm saying. So, yeah.
So maybe it's a roll for the throw, and then a roll to see if Tansy can avoid the building.
You're going to throw her. Tansy is then going to maneuver/resist. As far as I'm aware, Tansy's goal is to look good doing it. Is that also your goal, Helter?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Then, let's roll to manipulate. And Tansy, you're not resisting. You're going to assist if the goal is to look good.
Oh, yeah, okay.
We are working on the Vermin Steal the Stuff clock, which is now... Let's call it an 8-point clock instead of a 6-point clock. We're taking them back 3 ticks.
Are we not working on the distraction clock?
That is the distraction clock.
Oh, okay. Okay, same clock. So is that 3 dice?
I see 3 dice. We are controlled. Because of the last roll, Tansy's last roll, we're going to be controlled standard.
I got a crit.
Crit. All right. The crowd goes wild. And they love this. They are all in. Someone has some kind of loudspeaker device, and they say, "Beautiful mech, what's your name?"
Sorry, I have something caught in my throat.
Oh. She's like, "That's pride. That's pride caught my throat." They like me. They really like me.
Actually, yeah, I'm gonna use this. So, Tansy is, in the middle of battle fury. She's feeling a lot of feelings. She actually, she's... The moment, when that dark expression crossed over her face, she remembers the day that she heard that her girlfriend Kat's school was bombed. And it was bombed by the Jovangelian Empire. And she joined the DFS because she knew that was the best way to get back at them. Or the best bet she had at any rate. So she is just blind rage. She barely registers that someone has just said this from the crowd. And she just shouts over her speaker, "Oh, glory to Calaza! cat! She now launches herself like away from the building and towards, there was like another truck that was being the cargo was being loaded onto, right?
It has been loaded onto multiple trucks and taken into a building.
Multiple trucks.
And taken into a building.
Oh, it's taken into a building? Yeah. Oh. Okay, so she launches herself at that building.
Okay. So what's the plan? What are you doing to the building?
Yeah, this is stupid, like not thinking. This is just like I'm gonna fly into this building, shooting all of the guns, and yeah, hoping that that something happens.
Okay.
Well, here, let me see. I haven't used any special abilities this session, have I?
Not yet.
Yeah, so actually maybe Tansy's gonna use advanced prototype, which states that when declaring vehicular gear, I can state that it's experimental. My gear load is reduced by 1, and then when I push my vehicle using that gear, I take increased effect and +1 die. And I'm going to say that I have an experimental heavy cannon, thanks to my good friend, Cafe Noir. I am going to shoot this heavy cannon as I'm charging at this building. And also I might hit it as a consequence. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what the dice say, right? But so yeah, I am going to push myself using this gear.
Okay. I have to ask the dumb questions. Worm, verbal. Is anybody interfering?
Just for my record, this is the building where they're loading, like the Hive is loading the food?
Yes.
Oh yeah, interfere.
So if you guys do the distraction, you're helping the vermin steal stuff.
Like, essentially, we are now, like, the two halves of the squad are working at odds with each other because we don't want the distraction to go off, but...
Tansy is off fucking up the mission that we're supposed to be doing. This rules.
The mock battle turned into a real battle?
turned into someone who desperately wants, like, attention.
So here's the thing. If you guys just left, the vermin would take what they had and leave, but they don't have most of it.
Okay. Is there a clock that is let the vermin steal everything and then steal it from them, i.e. the same plan we did last time?
We fill up the distraction clock, and then we have a opportunity to try to chase them down.
Personally, I do think Worm's biggest priority at the moment is stopping Tansy from hurting the people we were supposed to, like, be helping.
Yeah, agreed.
Nothing against you, Tansy or Val, but also this is very good.
This is awesome.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Okay, I love that each of us is like, I'm going to go and do a completely different thing. Maybe me and Helter are on the same page, which is destroy the building.
Worm is also on that page. Unfortunately, a different building is under threat, and it's a much bigger problem now.
Right.
So, Worm, what are you doing?
I'm trying to think, because, like, the easiest answer is that, like, I hijack the mech and freeze up some systems, but I feel like that kind of feels a little gross in a weird way, considering
I agree.
mechs.
I think you need to, everything I just said is the wrong tone of how these games work. I apologize. One choice is to try to appeal to Tansy for sympathy.
I know exactly how this goes down.
A consort role would establish how she takes it. And then Tansy could respond in turn. She doesn't have to listen, but it's a question of whether or not it sounds selfish, whether or not it sounds reasonable, or whether or not she understands that maybe you and your life is at stake. You can also attempt to hack her machine.
I don't feel good about that, to be honest.
Okay.
I feel kind of bad at, like, considering what mechs are a metaphor for, I just don't feel good about doing that. I think I immediately get on comms with Tansy, and just, like, go like, Tansy, the hell are you doing?
I have to destroy these bastards! Worm! Just let me do it!
No, because our mission is to get these people their distraction and get them their food, and I can't let you fuck this up for us.
But they just destroy everything they touch!
Your life isn't on the fucking line. You don't make that decision for us. If I fuck this up, they'll fucking kill me. I'm not happy about it. Something feels off about this whole thing to me too. But right now, we need to follow orders. I'm a fucking weapon, and so are you. And if we don't get our shit together, we're gonna be decommissioned, okay?
Tansy slows down in midair and responds, "Oh right, you're right. I'm sorry. I got really carried away there. I'm sorry."
Look, I don't know what's going on, but right now it's not our decision to make. All we have to do is destroy that building, and I think right now, and get the fuck out of here. Maybe we want to fuck over the vermin if we want, but right now, I can't risk doing what we did last time.
Right. Yeah. Okay. I'm with you, Worm. Let's go.
I'm sorry. Thank you.
She turns around, turns her Avi around, just starts, like, blasting the CalazCon theme song, like, out the speakers.
Oh my god.
But she doesn't say anything else on the radio. On the comms, rather.
Ruby, want to check in. You okay, Val?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to make sure that was tense.
Baby! Are you okay?
That was...
Yeah, that was amazing. I lost my character voice there, but that's fine.
Super awesome, y'all. That was super awesome. So, to be clear, I feel like I may be a little too slick with my words. You don't have to destroy the building. That is a bonus. Yeah. That's a bonus cool.
Got it.
Okay? They wanted you to provide They wanted you to provide a distraction.
Yeah. I think that's kind of what Tansy is resolved from that call, is that, like, at least she's not gonna, like, blow up the other building now, but, like, she's just gonna, that's
I do kind of like the idea that Worm says to blow up that building because she totally thinks that's what we're supposed to do. She has gotten confused.
Listen.
I think it's worth it. If it's a bonus objective, like, whatever they're building there is probably something we want to stop. Like,
might as well, yeah.
We're good at smashing stuff.
True.
The question is, like, do we want to... It seems like we might have to let the vermin go, question mark? Like, I'm not sure if delivering the food is, like, the be-all and end-all. That seemed to be, like, a bonus to what we were doing, whereas, like, what our... like, legislator told us was, like, do a favor, and that means letting this distraction happen even though we don't like the vermin. What are our next steps? Because it seems like if we try and just steal everything from the vermin again, we might be really facing wrath from the legislators.
Right. It might be that our mission is actually that this was the agreement we made with the vermin to that pave over last time.
Yeah, we were told we were here to be a distraction. And that means letting the vermin clock tick up, even though we might not be on board with it as characters, but also we are a bunch of greedy people,
right?
As characters. So, like, maybe that's also what we want, but then we're really, like, on the firing line.
I mean, we told them that they had to tell us explicitly what they didn't want us to do.
Right, this is not on us.
Like, they're not being clear again, and I feel like that can't be our fault. They told us one thing, and if they're expecting us to not do another thing...
And we asked the Hive what they needed us to do, and they basically said, the food's great, cause a distraction, and then they implied that it was to destroy this building. So, I think we're blowing up the building.
None of that is anything about stealing the stuff. If we don't want to, like, cause more problems as, like, a crew, I totally understand that, and we can do that. But it's very on character for us to just, like, cause problems again.
That is our reputation. It is our reputation is a fucking liability.
Yeah, like...
Yeah, if the distraction clock ticks up, and we are still able to get at least some of that shit, that would be great. We did the distraction, yes, and we profited. Okay. That's for us. Destroying the building is a third bonus thing.
Okay, that seems like a good plan.
As is stealing stuff from the vermin as they leave.
And if we need to argue this to the legislators, vermin? Verbal can do it. We need to justify ourselves.
After talking with Logan, Verbal's next downtime is like, I've just got to get rid of Logan. Like, that's all we can do is, like, my stress is going to max out. Who fucking cares? I just need to, like, get that guy out of here because... that's trying to like stage a coup essentially inside the squad, which is its own like challenge to do. Okay, so it's fill the distraction clock is our main mission, and then potentially steal from the vermin as a secondary after they've filled the clock, ? But I don't want to undo what Worm's like security stuff. Seems like it's already helping with that ?
Yeah, it stalled out a bit.
Yeah. So, or is it lock down some of the stuff so they can't take everything and then we go and take after they've left?
So to be clear, how this clock is working, it became an 8-tick clock. They have broken through one of the walls, right? And they're just moving slower.
Yeah.
Because you guys have continued creating a distraction. And that's what that crit was. That crit was a distraction. And so that gave them time to do their thing.
I think we should let them steal the stuff and then steal it from them.
Just in case this is actually what the agreement with the vermin is.
The Hive.
Yeah, Mo,
Don't put...
is there something Worm can hijack that they're stealing?
That's an excellent question.
That is a great question, and I think that does sound very fun.
So I feel like the question, the trick is, how do we determine that? And I'm going to say something silly, like a survey roll might find something that's still plugged in, right? If you wanted to make that as a move, I want to go to Helter next.
Okay.
But if you wanted to make that as a move, we would determine, based on your roll, how successful you are.
Yes. Can I make this a study to find, like, devices that are still active within the network of the museum, and then cross-reference it with, like, the,
What's actually here? Like an inventory?
like the listing, like an inventory. Yeah.
Yep.
To find out what it is, because like I don't want to just upload myself into random shit.
You don't
I
want to
find something.
You don't want to jump into a grenade?
No, that's a bad idea. Very bad idea.
Okay. I want to move to Helter because Helter hasn't made a move in a while.
I want to like position myself so that so Tansy's back to doing mock battle stuff apparently.
Tansy has veered away from the building.
Okay. Because I don't think Helter has access to the comms right now.
So actually, I got a problem with that. You guys have a team thing that says you can communicate. So if you don't want access to the comms, we can absolutely not have access to the comms.
No, it's okay. Helter can have access to I'm just like trying to like pick. I just don't know how the comms would work when it's like an entirely biological thing, right?
You're part pylon.
That's true.
Do you just have like a little earpiece in? Do you have ears?
I mean, I think it would melt. I don't have ears. Okay, I will say that I have access to the comms, but I don't think Nosmet can talk.
That makes sense.
Like, I think it wouldn't make sense for the theme of Helter is the idea that it is the idea is the desire to become something alien, and I feel like if that can easily communicate with the rest of the group, that it kind of flattens that, you know. Let's leave it up in the air for now. Definitely. I don't know. Yeah, I think no comms. I'm just gonna stick to it. So as far as Helter is concerned, it's like destroy the building, mock battle still. So Helter I want to position myself between Tansy and the building so that Tansy's next like attack will throw me into the building.
Are you climbing this building?
All right.
Are you the monster going to climb this building? Okay.
Well, it's more like I'm gonna melt it. Helter wants to like melt enough of the building that it like looks destroyed.
Okay.
Helter wants to know what's in the building, so Helter wants to go over there, start melting it, find out what's in it.
So yeah, you feel free to use pilot gear, right? We're going to use a pilot action, and it's going to be via stress.
Can I use my other gear, the Inhuman Senses? Yeah, so I think it's like we cut to like the scene through Nosmet's eyes, and like the world is just like so bright. Like it's like so colorful and so bright, and it's like almost like psychedelic looking probably. And so like we get this view, and it like it sort of like focuses and like moves in on the building, and then like I want to like go over there and see what I want to like fall into the building, right? So I'm pushing myself. Is there a collateral dice?
The collateral dice is that you do fall into the building, and you will be in a pit, and it's going to take you a turn to get out. You like if people have to run away, you're going to kind of be stuck.
That's okay. So yeah, I'm going to do that. What's the position and effect?
You guys are still controlled. Everybody in the crowd is like entertained. So we're still controlled and standard.
3 dice. That one bad. No, it's a 4. It's a 4. I saw the red and was nervous.
Okay. So, you jump down 3 stories, into the pit. There is lots of high tech down here. It really looks like this is going to be some kind of mech factory. Maybe it's going to build multiple mechs at once. I'm going to say you have ticked 1 tick, because you got, you got 2 ticks. 2 ticks on the destroy the building clock. You're going to tell me if any of this you wanted to like rip out and take home.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's our job, baby.
Yeah, okay.
That is what we do.
What's here?
Because you rolled a 4, if you'd rolled a 6, I was going to say something silly like, you see a material that would be really good for making these grenades. But it looks like...
Wow, way to dangle that over us.
Hey, blame the dice, not me.
Could have been like
All right.
it could have been like something that resists your acid.
But you see fuel, you see power inputs, you see and you see lots of foundation, which if you want can be superstructural that might be used as armor.
Does anybody want anything?
Heading to the secret mech manufacturing lab. Anyone want anything?
Yeah, exactly. Because like none of this is super useful for Nosamet because it's like a biological creation, right? So like Ruby, Valmina, got preferences?
Anything that looks cool. I think anything that I can show to the higher ups saying, hey, we did even better. Check this.
Is there anything like special looking?
I'm going to say the most special looking stuff is whatever they're building this foundation out of. It is some kind of like off-world metal.
Okay, I'll take that.
Okay. You can work on carving out a piece.
Yeah, with just like I just like grabbing it and like melting through it.
Yeah.
And then like the chest hands that Nosmet has are just gonna like hold it, like hug it, basically.
I'm gonna ask Verbal. You were driving. You had an opportunity to get lots of places. I'm sorry. I felt like you should have gone before Helter. What are you doing?
I am speeding towards the building that we are trying to destroy.
You are at the building.
Okay. My truck is a siege breaker. It's designed for like smashing through things. It's good at one thing, and that thing is driving through walls. So the thing I'm gonna do is just like continue like flooring it as much as I can, and just start like taking out pillars and support structures and scaffolding as I go. I'm gonna declare a load for my vehicle, which is going to be my melee weapon, which in this case is a huge cowcatcher looking plow on the front of this truck, which is the thing that like just like destroys cement and concrete. I'm going to just like smash through as much stuff as I can. So I will be doing a destroy roll. I'm going to push myself with the quirk Momentous Mass, which is that like once this truck gets going, it is very hard to slow down. Hell yes.
I'll help. I'm going to use my quirk Corrosive Slime. Like things are already bad.
On the way down, you just like set the like trigger points basically.
I feel like you kind of swung like
basically.
a giant ape, and every pier you touched kind of has acid on it.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay, so Verbal.
What's my position and effect?
Your position, nobody's really stopping you. We just had a 4, so we're ticking the CalazCon is coming clock. But we are still at controlled.
I will use the help to take that up to great and then roll 3 dice. So 2 from having 2 in destroy and 1 from pushing. There's a 6.
All right.
Beautiful. 6 of great.
I think you take down like a side of this building. Great. We are at 3 ticks. You are driving, you're kicking up dust, sparks are flying as you hit these pylons, and people are just going crazy. They love whatever's going on because obviously you're trying to capture this creature, just like the other people trying to fight this creature.
Bring the building down on it to like trap it.
Worm, what are you doing?
I've gotten myself back into the museum and I'm trying to... Well, okay, here's the thing. Because if I hijack into something, right, we are going to have to then, like, get that object.
It could be something that you guys have to trade for.
I think I may have an idea of what I want to do.
If you said you wanted to do something like maybe put something that you can track into a device, that also sounds interesting.
That's an idea. I do have... Oh, shit, that is actually pretty cool. Just in case this is like, you know, the vermin are meant to get away with these, that's our mission. Here's my thought. I might just quickly do the cross-referencing I was saying to make a list of everything we know the vermin has so that if we counter heist, we can prioritize.
We have an inventory of what we want. That's great. Yeah, perfect.
I'm currently trying to run a game and create a list. So make your roll.
Would that be a study?
Uh-huh.
Okay. Controlled standard. And that is 1 base, because I've got 1 pip.
Can I help by being a distraction?
No need, I got a 6.
Okay, perfect. Woo!
Hey, okay. You have a list, inventory sheet of what's supposed to be in this room. You have security cameras of what looks like what, and where it used to be, and the digital signage next to it. How about that?
I zip all that shit up and keep it in the back of my brain, quite literally. Heist.zip.
So here's my dumb question. I feel like you guys putting on the show has kind of given the vermin 2 more ticks on their clock. What choice are you making?
I'm not cool with the building being destroyed, so I'm gonna... Nazmet's been the one that's like been melting the building into goo, right?
And verbal.
Okay, cool. And verbal. Okay, so she's just gonna make a show of like continuing to fight with these 2. She's gonna...
Your thing is that you want to become and inspire a character in Calazar?
Yeah.
Are you not just like playing the crowd right now?
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so that's what I was gonna do is like transform into my vehicle's second form and shoot the glitter cannon at y'all. So I will use more than meets the eye, which then my Avi is gonna transform into its secondary form, the crystal canine, which has already been shown on screen in our first mission. That is the modified claymore, so it looks like a dog or canine, haha. It's got crystal armor. So you see the kitty hawk kind of like folding into a more compact form, falling forward onto all 4s, and then this big cannon kind of sticks out over the top of the dog head. And Tansy mashes some buttons in true Tansy form, and a bunch of pink, purple, and silver glitter heads over towards, or just like sprays towards the Nazmet and Verbal. And she's continuing to play the Calazar theme song over her loudspeakers.
What's the role?
I don't know.
I feel like Commander Sway or something, right?
Yeah, I feel like we're still at Sway. What are you doing, Helter?
I'm just like being dramatically hit by the cannon.
Gotcha. Okay.
and like being destroyed basically because I think I'm going to turn back here.
Oh, so in the glitter can, it doesn't actually do damage, does it?
No, it doesn't. No damage. It's just for show.
I love the fact that it could be like darkness, or it could be like kind of have other tactical effects. But that might not be what you said.
I mean, it could be in a real battle, but for right now, it's just for show. And she's continuing to play the Calazar theme song from the season of Calazar with all the kaiju fights. Yeah, for all the real fans out there.
So, you blind the crowd, and they don't know exactly what's going on.
Oh, so close.
I think your glitter shoots before you meant to shoot your glitter.
Or maybe I like hit it. I spammed the button too much, so like it was way too much came out. So there's no one. Yeah, everyone upset because glitter takes so long to get out of anybody's clothes.
I'm gonna say the vermin make it out of that crack in the wall, and they have loaded up their last vehicle, and they take off and quickly head to a spot in the sewer. The building is still built, but you see CalazCon security ships kind of going up in the air and scanning the horizon and trying to figure out, like, this isn't actually a sponsored event.
Just now they figured this out, huh?
The audience is absolutely wowed by it, and it's great PR. But they're definitely coming to see if you guys have badges. There is glitter everywhere, and the crowd absolutely has no idea what's going on. Is this an opportunity to leave?
I'm not leaving while that building is standing.
Okay.
I agree. I'm gonna mark a directed energy weapon on my character sheet for the inter alia. Then I want to like hop back into the mech, and then it like snaps into position as I like actually upload myself into it. Pull that gun with the two right arms on the mech, and then fucking unload it directly at that building, aiming like just kind of like slicing through it as much as I possibly can.
So I have this quirk that's called latticed form. What if you just shoot the gun through me?
Yes! Now we're talking.
Hell yeah.
So because of Tansy's failure, we're now in risky territory, and this is risky standard.
I'm down with that. Risky standard with... Oh, I have nothing with destroy.
Well, you get one dice because I'm helping.
Yep, you got one die. That's a six.
What is happening tonight?
Oh, yes.
Worm is hot. I'm going to the casino.
Worm lets loose on these cannons, and a laser
I haven't got to do this all day.
Sweeps through the building, kind of right through Helter's body, and the building begins collapsing. Those security guards are hot and heavy coming in.
I want to get on comms and just be like, fucking scatter.
I think
lower your weapons, turn off your engines, or we will open fire. They are not there. They are not in gun range. They are coming in hot.
If Helter is like transforming back into like Helter mode, do you want to just like see if we can get you in the truck and go?
Well, here's the thing. I had a secret goal for this mission. And that secret goal was stress Helter out. And I did succeed. So transforming back will give me a scar.
Yes!
So I think, like, because of the nature of getting stressed out and being sort of, like, out of the mission, I think we can say that Helter, like, appears in the back, is like, you look back into the back of your car, Helter is in there with his, like, lab coat on. I think probably not the rest of his clothes, but left his lab coat in the car for this. It goes like, "Hi, Verbal," and then just, like, passes out.
And Verbal, like, screeching, like, truck, like, blasting through as, like, debris and building are, like, falling around and just, like, plinking off and just like trying to get us the fuck out of here, assuming the plan is like meet back at the base because...
And then because of that, one more thing, I do have the move Not My Final Form, which is when I take a scar or breakdown, describe how my pilot or other begins to mutate, and the GM will let you know when the mutation is complete. On completion, you clear both your pilot and other load and refresh all your quirks and stress.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
So
I see.
So I think what happened, I haven't decided what I want the final mutation to be, but I think for the view of this mission, we get like a shot of Helter in the back of the back of the bog standard, and it's like sort of like crystalline over a little, what if a cocoon for like a caterpillar was just like skin tight instead of like a cocoon shape, transforming in the back of the car.
Just Verbal looking in the like rear view mirror, just like, yep, that's fine. That's fine. I'm going to deal with that.
I did want to... How are we going to get Worm out of here?
How are we getting Worm out of there?
Ditto Tansy, because this vehicle, or this Avi form, just moves slower than the other one.
And Tansy, didn't you kind of design your ship most recently to be very outstanding and obvious and not subtle?
Yep. That's
we may have made a mistake on this part.
I'm going to say between the glitter and the dust from the falling structure, you guys all have a free move to get away.
Can I pitch declaring one of my free vehicle gears as a bureaucrat is inconspicuous style? And I'm pitching like going the absolute other way of, instead of like trying to hightail it out, it's just be like, no, I'm obviously meant to be here. I'm just like, it's fine. Like, this is obviously where I'm meant to be. Like, don't worry about it.
No, absolutely. I think Worm and Tansy need to get scarce.
Is the truck big enough for us to load? We probably can't fit.
I
two
think
mechs
you
on
can
one of
fit
those,
one
huh?
mech in the truck. Unless you guys tell me otherwise.
We've seen it carry Tansy's mech
I
in the
think it
first
carried
mission,
Tansy's
so-
mech on
Yeah.
top, though, right?
Which is bigger than mine.
in the like flatbed part kind of thing.
Yeah.
But there is a tarp.
do we have like a big tarp?
There's absolutely a tarp.
Too expensive.
Oh my god, I have an idea, and it's really stupid. Tansy could load herself onto the truck, because I think that's the biggest problem. Here's my thought. What if when the people come to check, like, what's going on, I just, like, open the cockpit to reveal that it's empty, and then they think that the pilot booked it in the chaos when I'm still inside, and then they, run around looking for the guy, and I just book it.
Oh, that is an approach. We can absolutely do that. I think they would take your mech, because it's a really cool mech with big guns.
Yeah. No, that's a good point. Shit.
I think
They would do that.
if you wanted to, that sounds like a prowl roll.
I do need my mech, though.
But I mean,
This
you
is a
can
mech game.
just roll a 6 and you'll have your mech.
Oh, it's that easy. I'm gonna change my plan. I really need my mech.
So who's getting on the back of the flatbed?
That's me.
Yeah, I feel like Tansy should get on the back of the flatbed, and I feel like
Yeah.
Worm is a little more inconspicuous.
Can you instead of instead of pretending that your mech that the pilot got out, can you pretend that your mech is broken and then they won't want it?
Oh, yeah. Like, I mean, it looks broken. I only have one arm. Yeah. Like, I get underneath some rubble.
Okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
There we go.
Yeah.
I
I'm missing a head.
for time's sake, I'm gonna say that works. You guys see the Calazar attack squad scan the area. They interview several people, some of whom are clearly Calazar employees and some who are not, who are just like fans who are willing to like tell the whole thing about how like this beautiful mech who couldn't seem to get anything right came and fought this monster, and like it seemed like it was just like that one episode from season 7. And they loved the show, and they wanted to know if they could get an extra stamp for seeing it, because they did attend this event. you guys ease on out of the area when it's dark and the heat dies down. And let's go ahead and see if we can run through our end of game stuff.
On the drive back, I just want to be like to Tansy, like, so awkward question. Were you about to shoot a huge cannon into a building full of starving civilians?
Tansy doesn't say anything.
Yeah, cool. Just driving in silence.
And then Helter's in the back, like, covered in, like, crystalline. Yeah.
I think it just, like, the camera just cuts to, like, Worm inside of like this mech pretending to be dead, and she just, like, does the closest she can to a sigh.
We're a good team. We're good at this.
So, I think you guys were successful.
Can I pitch you all on a joke that I've written?
Oh, God.
It's a very Batman Riddler style joke.
Mm-hmm.
So picture it in an Edward Nygma voice. What is the difference between Helter's kaiju and Worm's visual pop-ups? The former is gooey on a run, and the latter runs on a gooey.
No!
And we can end the episode there. It's perfect.
Holy shit. Yeah, that's
Just
so
another
fucking
day
funny.
at the Farm Upstate, folks.
Yeah.
There's like a freeze frame.
That was really good.
Where?
Everyone's just giving a thumbs up. It was so funny. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording.
Thanks for listening to CalazCon. This episode was edited by ScienceBird. You can find them on Twitter as @Vetero. That's VETARO. Sound balancing for this episode was done by Christine Blight. You can reach her for voice acting at CVBlight@gmail.com. The show's music is by Devin Nelson. You can find them on all social media at Devin Decibel. If you'd like to support CalazCon, you can find us on Patreon at patreon.com/CalazCon. Please tell your friends about the show too. Remember, all glory to Calazar.